truth that you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's a pleasure, it's an honor to be greeting and always bring this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I would like to speak to you today about doers versus hearers. And I want to look in the Bible, in the book of James, and also read for you what the Bible has to say about doers and hearers. And those of you who have been following the work of Neville Goddard and what you would have learned from his mentor Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia, you would have learned that Abdullah taught him to be a doer and not just a hearer. And many times you would hear Neville even say, this is not theory, this is my experience. All of this must be practical. It must be an experience in your life. It must not just be based on belief, but it must be based on what you know. And it is very, very important for you to know certain things from your own experience. So when others are speaking from just belief, you would be always able to show them the proof, because results don't tell lies. Now, for those of you who have been listening to me for a while, you know I have this Bible written, this Bible right here, okay, that has been written in dedication towards Neville Goddard and Abdullah, and what they stood for and what they thought. And it's called the 66 Books of Magic, the Overcomer's Bible. And this right here is the New Testament. And the word Jesus have been omitted. And you have that blank space for you to write your name, which is the name of God, I am. Because you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. And that's the name of everyone on this planet. It's I am. And the Bible is your spiritual autobiography that must be interpreted psychologically. Therefore, we are pointing you to look no other place but to look inwardly. So that Bible is very important. I will encourage you to get it if you haven't get it as yet. So now let us just go into some reading. Okay, let us see what the Bible have to say concerning doers and hearers, and you judge for yourself if you are a doer or if you're just a hearer. Okay, now in my Bible, I'm going to read from page 395, okay? And this is from the book of James, where it speaks about doers and hearers. And this is what it says. From verses 22, it says, but be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. So you see, everything that you read in the word, it's all about you. And the only one that you can deceive is yourself. So right there is showing you that everything begins with self, and that there's no one to change but self. There's no one that can be deceived or enlightened but self. It's all about self. So the word is to help to give you faith, because faith cometh by hearing, and hearing what? The word. And you can't hear the word without one who have been sent, without one who is a witness. And so when the words are being spoken to you, it's not to give you just information or to make you intellectual or to just get knowledge, but it's for you to apply it in your life and prove it for yourself. Okay? Because if you do not do that, you'll be deceiving yourself, just getting knowledge, ever learning and not able to come to the truth or come to the light. That light is within you. And that light, when you discover that light, you discover true righteousness. That is why you're told, in Malachi 4:2 that the Son of Righteousness shall arise in you with healing in his wings. The Son of Righteousness, when you discover that light within you, you discover true righteousness. Okay? So verses 23, it says, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. So it is likening you unto a man looking himself in the mirror, and just look himself in the mirror and leave the mirror and forget how he looks. It's saying you must be one who remembers that action speaks louder than words. Therefore, my brother and my sisters, this whole teaching of Neville Goddard, it is for you to live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Because an assumption, though false, once persisted in, would harden into fact. It will become a hardened objective fact as long as you believe. And even the Bible tells you that you must call those things that be not as though they are. It tells you also that you shall decree a thing and it shall come to pass. It also tells you that faith without works is dead, and that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The evidence of things not seen are the things that you would see in your imagination when you go within and see things through your mind's eye. And then you have to believe in the invisible and remain faithful to the unseen. Okay? And then when it is being materialized, then you know for sure that imagination do create reality. Okay, so my brother, my sisters, do not be a forgetful hearer. He said, but whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but the doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deeds. And whatever he do, he will be blessed because he put it to work in his life. There are many people who like to go to seminars. They like to read books. They like to know what technique is the best technique. They like to know what is the best thing to manifest. They want to know all of these things. Yet, they're not actively involved in action. They're not actively involved in doing the things that they're supposed to be doing each and every day. Because many of them, they're not living in their imagination morning, noon, and night. They're not applying the message in their life. And many of them are always looking back and always merging the messenger in the message. Sometimes they have people who are alive and well right now who teaching this truth. Yet everyone wants to quote Neville Goddard. Everyone wants to look back to Neville Goddard. When we're supposed to be looking forward, and we're supposed to see those who have been blessed to be here at this time to teach you this message. Yet there's some people saying, oh, I wish I was back in the time with Neville. You might have been a doubter. You might have been one who would have called him the mad mystic. You would have been one who might have called him crazy. There's so many people in my country who call me crazy. There's so many people who are saying that I've lost my mind. So what makes you think that you will be different? So I'm saying to you, do not be a forgetful hearer. And you are a forgetful hearer when you do not do what you're supposed to do. What we're supposed to be seeing is testimonials after testimonials after testimonials after testimonials of persons saying they put this thing to work in their life and it have really worked in their life and then they have seen the changes. But everybody want to quote how much they know. Everybody want to make a comment to show how much they know. But this is not about how much you know, but this is how much you're going to put it to work in your life and how much you have a testimony to share to help to encourage others that they too can have their every desire met because they trust in the God that is within themselves. Okay, verses 26, he says, if any man among you... No. I'm not going to go all the way down there. So let me just read back verses 25 and continue to elaborate. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in all his deeds. So, my brother and my sisters, this whole message is all about the perfect law of liberty that will set you free. Because discovering the power of imagination is the greatest discovery on this planet that you can discover. Because in truth and in fact, you're searching for yourself, not knowing that you are searching for yourself. For example, today, there are many people who are going to church with a Bible in their hand and fail to realize that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. There are many people who are going to church today and fail to realize that the Bible is teaching them that they can create their reality consciously and they can live their life how they want it to be, and that they must look inwardly. There are many who are walking today with their Bibles in their hand and going to church and fail to realize that the kingdom of God is within man. And until you go within, you'll never be able to prove for yourself that the Savior is within you, the Redeemer is within you, that creative power is within you. For St. John 1:3 says that all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. And I'm saying to you, that him is not a man 2,000 years ago. That him is just a personification that represents your imagination. For God and man is man's imagination. For everything in this world, it was first a thought, it was first an idea, it was first imagined. So, my brother, my sisters, tap in to your imaginal acts, get into your magical self and create magic in your life. And that's why I name my Bible the 66 books of magic. And the word magic would scare the religious ones, because they do not even know that when they read Romans 4:17, it's all telling you about magic. When it says you call those things that be not as though they are. Anything have to do with magic have to do with the visible and the invisible. Okay, so magic just have to do with the visible and the invisible. And we are magical beings, for we are electrical and magnetic beings, so we can attract things to ourselves, and we communicate through vibrational frequency, because everything is energy, vibration and frequency, and the brain is a transmitter and a receiver of frequency. So when we have our thought frequencies, we send them out into the ether, and they will return back to us, and they will never return unto us void, but they must accomplish that which we send them to and prosper in the thing whereto we send them. So my brother, my sisters, practice meditation each and every day. Practice visualization each and every day. Practice affirmation. Practice scripting, journaling. Go before the mirror. Do all of these things each and every day. And live the life that you're reading in scripture. You become the written book. And you will realize that you are the living word that is you are the living word beholding the written word. Okay, that's what I should be saying. That is what you will come to discover, that it's all about you. So take charge of your life, because when we see the drama between Neville Goddard and Abdullah, we see that's what Abdullah was teaching Neville Goddard. He was teaching him how to become a doer. And when he became a doer and he slept in his imagination for over 30 days or an entire month, we see that he would have gone to Barbados, and he would have gone to Barbados first class, as Abdullah would have said to him. Even when they told him that there wasn't any vacancy for first class and that he had to travel third class, and he decided that it's okay. When he got there, they said, "We have good news for you, Mr. Goddard. Someone have canceled the trip and now we can go first class." And we see that he had nothing to worry about because all of his expenses, they were taken care of. So my brother, my sisters, everything is taken care of when you learn to go within, when you learn to live from within, when you think fourth-dimensionally and live from the fourth dimension, and that can only be done through action. So become a doer and not just a hearer, deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself and put everything that you've learned from the lectures of Neville Gala, put it to work in your life and flood these channels with testimonials. Flood these channels with testimonials. If you need any kind of help, we have provided ways to help you. Okay, you can all the time reach out because we have emails and we have pages and so on. Okay, that you can reach out and you can receive help. So my brother, my sisters, make use of this most important wisdom and knowledge that has been shared with you so that you will be able to help to uplift the rest of humanity by bringing forth tremendously, bring forth abundantly. Do not be like the fig tree that had to be cursed because it was fruitless. So my brother, my sisters, put this thing to work in your life. Every day, remember how to go to bed more consciously. Remember to do your imaginal act just before you go off to sleep. Remember when you wake up in the morning and you're still in that state that you must go in to your imaginal act also. Because there are different brain waves that are taking place each and every day in our lives when we're going to bed, when we wake up in the morning. And remember the wishing hours when you wake up between the hours of 3 a.m. in the morning to around 5 a.m. in the morning. Remember those are important time when you can just affirm, or you can go into your imagination to help you to create your reality consciously. So my brother, my sisters, make use of this wisdom. Make use of this knowledge. Act wisely. Act wisely. Become a doer and not just a hearer. So with that being said, my brother, my sisters, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to say, if this is the very first time that you listen to me, what I'm saying, it makes sense to you, really resonate with you. If you haven't subscribed already, I encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at Black Mad Guru. And also, if you like to support our Patreon, you can do so. There's a lot of great work that's on my Patreon for each and everyone. And for those who would be willing to donate at least $20 or more, there is the Inner Sound Science and Technology course available for you. The Inner Sound Engineering to create your reality consciously. And we are living in a time when they want to black out the sun and they want to dim the sun after they give you a SON to believe in as the light of the world. But I'm saying to you, the light of the world is the SUN. And without the SUN, there is no life and there is no light. And as the sun, as in the SUN, is in purpose, so you must rise up each and every day in purpose by putting these things to work in your life. Also, if there's any other way that you like to support this work, we have a PayPal and the link is down below. Feel free to check out the link that is down below, and only do so if you feel strongly led to do so, because this whole teaching is based on trusting your intuition, following your gut feeling. So it would be very, very fair for me to say to you, just follow your intuition in your giving. Never do anything if you have question about it. Okay? Always follow the leading of your innermost feeling. Follow your heart. Okay? Become more intuitive. So, with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much. And I want to say it's nice. It was nice being here. So, with that being said, I want to say peace. Love you all. I'm out.